Hello there, lovely people. This is me, Ashley, sending you my love from whatever reality I happen to be in today to whatever reality you find yourself bumbling about in. And I want to ask you a question. Did the earth move for you? Have you felt the earth move? Now, obviously, I don't mean in the original way that saying means, but apparently the earth has moved again. Now, where I come from originally is I'm an Orion original, not this Orion, but an Orion original where our Earth was placed 1/3 up the Orion arm from the centre of the Milky Way. Now that recently changed for all of us. I know that you've moved from Sagittarius to Orion, but I'm talking about all of us that are supposedly now on Orion. We moved to halfway up the Orion arm of the Milky Way. Well, a few days ago, I was online and I noticed an article that was talking about why is the sun white, which, believe me, got me on a whole... This is how I found out, to be honest, because, I mean, yes, I found out... I first noticed that the sun was white about 4 years ago. And obviously, since knowing that I'm Mandela affected, knowing what all the changes actually were about, I joined many of you who are giving it now the sun's yellow. Why are they saying it's white? Well, that keeps changing as well because, it's telling us, it's been telling us for quite some time that the sun is actually white. It only looks yellow from Earth. And so, anyway, I went looking again because I look at these things on a regular basis to try and keep up with what's happening. So I looked online and I asked, what colour is the sun? The sun is white. But it only looks yellow from Earth because of our atmosphere. That's what it's telling me today. It also took me quite some finding to get that information. It was ridiculous. And then it went on to tell me, I asked Google the question, what kind of star is our sun? And it's a yellow dwarf star. A yellow dwarf star, but it's actually really white. We're calling it a yellow dwarf star, but it's actually really white, is what we're being told on Google now. So I inquired a little bit further into that, and I remembered things. I've actually got screenshots of it, of NASA showing the transversion of the ISS across the sun, which is yellow, and also things like Mercury transversing across the sun, which is yellow. Yet apparently, when you go onto Google Images, there is a mixture of yellow sun and white sun. Now, apparently, they've said that it only looks yellow from Earth through our atmosphere, and there are pictures online where it shows the sun being white from the ISS, which is above Earth's interference. So apparently, we're getting to see it from the ISS exactly how it is, white, which means that NASA has then lied to us, doesn't it? And I know most of you aren't surprised by that, neither am I. But it means that if NASA are busy showing us pictures of things transversing across a yellow sun when it's actually really white, they've been lying, haven't they? Really? NASA lying? Surely not. So, yeah. So there we are. The sun is not only... Google is not only now telling us that the sun's white, but it's showing us, pictures of the sun being yellow with things transversing across it. So if the sun's white, why are NASA claiming that that's a real picture? Why is it claiming? Why are NASA claiming this? This is all part of the Mandela effect, quite clearly part of the Mandela effect, as well as I believe the Nibiru system is coming in and that there is a false sun in the sky at the moment. I do. I mean, there's lots and lots online to prove this theory, to prove what I'm saying, and I do believe that. And then, from that, I went to re-question about where we are in the Milky Way, because I do that every now and then to find out where we are in the Milky Way. So I started off a third up the Orion arm, and then part way through this year, we moved to halfway up, and we're on the outer rim. We're on the outer rim. I started off on the 1/3 up on the outer rim. Then I ended up, partway through the year, Google was saying we were halfway up the Orion arm on the inner rim until this last few days, when it's telling me, excuse me, after much searching, it's telling me that the Earth is now on the Orion spur, because we don't have an Orion arm anymore. I think it used to be 3 arms of a galaxy, now it's only 2, with spurs coming off it. So now we're not even on a main arm, we're just 2/3 from the centre of the Milky Way, which basically is where I was when I started. So 2/3 from the centre of the Milky Way is the same as 1/3 from the end of the arm of the Milky Way. So I seem to have gone back again. I want to know where you are. What's Google saying to you? When you put in, where are we in the Milky Way, ask Google, because Google should be telling us the same thing. Now, I did go back to have a look through my screenshots, because, and yep, there it was. I've got a screenshot still of the information that the Earth is halfway up the Orion arm of the Milky Way on the inner rim. So why is Google telling us separate things? Why? Why is Google telling us separate things? And don't get me wrong, I don't go to WikiLeaks. I always go to places like NASA or, you know, proper scientific websites to get my information. I don't just go to any old person saying any old shit like myself. No, I go to, you know, allegedly official sites. And now we're back. I'm back to where I started now. You know, I've got the North Pole still with me, and I am back on the Orion arm, or sorry, spur now. Not the Orion arm, but I'm now on the Orion spur, right where I was before all this Mandela shit kicked in. So over this last few days, we've had a massive shift backwards. So I want you to Google, please, where are we in the Milky Way? And I would like you to put in the comments where Google is telling you we are in the Milky Way. And I'd also like you to ask about the sun. What colour is the sun? You know, especially outside of Earth's atmosphere, because we're being told that we only see it yellow because of the sun's atmosphere. Sorry, the Earth's atmosphere. So please go Google where we are in the Milky Way. And I'd like to find out, are we all actually in the same place in the Milky Way? Or have I just moved? So, yes, yet another experiment, yet another massive, massive shift that, you know, I knew it was happening. I knew I could feel something going on, but to actually have moved back again is, you know, just crazy shit, quite frankly. It's absolutely crazy shit. So, yeah, did the Earth move for you? And was it worth it? I'm sorry, I digress. So yes, please go Google and then put in the comments below where Google is telling you we are in the Milky Way. And until next time, my lovely, lovely, lovely friends, thank you so much for the past year. I have now been on this channel for a year. So thank you so much to all of you who found me. I really couldn't do it without you. I'm not able to be online as much as I'd like to be at the moment, so if I haven't got back to you, please forgive me. I will get there. I'm just dealing with some real-life family issues. So if you just bear with me, I'd really appreciate that, because really, I couldn't do this without you. I really couldn't do this without you. I'd go completely insane. So that's the end of... I mean, I am actually going to do another personal video about something that's close to me and the Mandela effect. But for now, my love to you all until next time.